Let's do it. So hi everybody, good afternoon. For the one that here, we'll do it short and simple.
Drones are rapidly becoming a part of our everyday lives. They already are in our city skies, making deliveries, enforcing the law, filming the news, and even providing first aid. Drones have transformed from military hardware to recreational toys, and now they are playing a leading role in the next industrial and commercial revolution. Science fiction? Let's look at the numbers published by the FAA for drone use in the United States. 600,000 in 2016 will grow to 2.7 million in 2020. Multiple flying drones could mean a lot of potential risk, such as collision with urban infrastructure, crashes due to motor failure, battery outage, or even simple pilot error. Safety and regulation go hand in hand, and it is only a matter of time until regulators mandate the use of onboard drone safety systems. Current statistics predict that 300 commercial drones will crash every single day by 2020 in the US alone.
You've seen some number in the previous presentation describing about the blockchain. We're talking about the next blue sky, bringing drone technology that has been used in the last 30 years in military into our day-to-day life commercial application. This is going to change the way we humans do things, and it's already happened as we speak. There's two big challenges for this industry, for this revolution to happen. One of them is around security. We're not going to talk about it. The other one is around safety. Two segments for the safety. One is how you bring autonomous system, no pilot inside, that will work together coherently without sacrificing the general aviation, the commercial aviation that is already there. Second, all of those drones will need to fly in low altitude, and where there is business, there is people, which means above people, beyond visual line of sight, and this is the second challenge. So to address this challenge, we formed the company more or less 4 years ago. In many ways, we were first mover. Nobody knows what drones back then, and definitely it was hard to pitch safety system for drone. But we realized that this is going to be a game changer, and we started to develop a solution that will allow to take a drone, like today, an airplane or a car that you're driving, put a system that will be fully autonomously, high reliable, that will have the ability to analyze the situation on the drone, around the drone, to see if she could provide you with some information that could prevent escalation, and in case of escalation, which is critical situation, to take the drone from the air to the ground without minimizing, that's the best way to say, minimizing the risk, and hopefully preventing from people to die, and in best case scenario, protecting your investment as well. $6 million of investment US before the company was listed. 1,500 type of product have been sold. Accumulated revenue since inception up to listing around 2 million US. That's more or less in high level what the company has done. Listed in the ASX last June. Average price share of 14 cents. You see the cap market. That's more or less where we are today. Who we have on the team? So myself, mainly experienced from being an Air Force pilot at the Israeli Air Force, flying manned platform, but a lot of understanding of unmanned system in the military, and of course a lot of issue around safety, and that's I bring all of those experience into the company. Our CTO, a well-known figure in Israel. This is the third drone company formed, and he's our CTO. And we build around him a team of engineers, of people that coming from the aerospace industry and as well from military experience. At the end of the day, we took a lot of understanding from the military and Air Force and brought it into commercial application. Board member, Melbourne-based, and the other one is Sydney-based, bringing corporate finance experience and corporate experience. The Israeli board member bring a lot of marketing and sales in global company. At the end of the day, ParaZero is a global company as of today. Most of our client is out of Israel. Dave Sharma is example of one of our advisory board. He was the Australian ambassador to Israel. So a lot of understanding of how Israel and the mentality and the culture is now back home in the verge of business and politics. So for us, it's a good entry point into the Australian and strengthen our face over there. You don't need to be an engineer to understand what I'm going to say now. Very basically, on any drone that flies, that our system is on board, most of the time, the drone will take off, do its mission, and land. Nothing will happen. Okay? Everything is good. But meanwhile, we have a real-time algorithm, keep on running and assessing the situation based on the sensor which is part of our package. We're not taking anything from the drone. Everything is redundant, manufactured and designed by us. The algorithm is looking for two main things. One, to see if there is abnormality. Second, if there is a critical situation. If there is a critical situation, four things. One, flight termination system. We need to verify that the engine and other peripheral system is shut down before the drone hit the ground. Second, we would like the vicinity to know that there is an event and move other traffic aside. We have a communication for that, an interface for that for different type of network. Third, we would like the people on the ground, very basic. Horn or kind of a flashlight, just move aside, raise your head, move aside. And fourth, we're using one of our proprietary patent, which is a granted patent, the way we deploy a parachute. Very effectively, in very short time, which a combination of what we're seeing allow us to have a drone fly above 2 to 15 meters. That's kind of the minimum altitude, depends on the weight, and the system is already effective. This is a global benchmark. The company started developing product as an OEM, so working with drone manufacturer. Today we have an aftermarket line of product, which means you buy a drone off the shelf. Our product you can buy separately, combine them at your premise, go to fly. In 2 weeks from now, we decided to address the high-end prosumer market, the Phantom 4 Mavic 2. There's millions of those out there, great addressable market, but mainly, and this is what more important, it's been used by police forces and higher government entity to do work around urban area and be above people, and they are looking for this system. So we develop a system, take all the 4 years of experience, squeeze it for kind of an Apple TV, very smart, very cool, repackable in this case, to support it. Everybody asks about regulation, because at the end of the day, it's a regulation game. This is going to be a mandatory requirement for any drone that will need to fly above people. And it's on progress. What we managed to achieve in the last couple of months is two things. One, we form a standard. The first ever standard that says how a safety system should be designed and tested is done. It's done under the umbrella of the FAA, the American Federal Aviation Authority, with Amazon Prime Air, with DJI, which is the largest manufacturer, MIT. More or less, this is a team. We were part of this team. Now there is a standard. Once there is a standard, the regulator, to allow you to expand your envelope of operations, say it's okay, it's a risk analysis process, as long as you have a system that meets the standard, you can do that. And we proved last September, first time, flight of a drone above people. I mean, there's a lot of time people fly a drone above people, but this is the first time with approval of the FAA. And it has been done successfully. And this is just the beginning of the way, which means next year we're going to see more of those coming, and the next phase is to see a full board regulation across the board that says anytime you operate a drone, you need to have a safety system on top of it. I will run quickly and
while NDSU
just
fans
show you
were
this
getting ready
one.
for today's game, a historical milestone in drone aviation was happening right over their heads. North Dakota's unmanned aircraft system pilot program completed its first public mission by flying several drones over the NDSU tailgate. North Dakota was one of 10 locations across the country chosen for the public flights. Governor Doug Burgum, Congressman Kevin Kramer, and U.S. Deputy Chief Technology Officer all watched the takeoff. And after a successful
16 seconds. The drone market cap will be around 50 billion in 3 years, in 2023. It's more than 3 years. We believe that the safety system, drone safety in large, will be 2.4 billion out of it. But safety includes a lot of systems. So we say that half of it, 1.4 billion, is potential for the critical system, safety system. This is our addressable market. And if we take just 10%, this is $144 million market share just for ParaZero. Take the number from here. Thank you and good day.
Thank you very much.